Hello guys and welcome back to Haymanager, where today we'll be looking at my team yet again after game week 9. So, just look at a few of the results from last week. Chelsea won 2-0 against Newcastle. Aston Villa with a surprise upset at home to Brighton, losing 2-1. Spurs beat Manchester City 2-0. United with a narrow victory against West Brom, winning 1-0. Everton got 3 goals against Fulham away from home, but did concede 2 in that game. Arsenal and Leeds drew. Liverpool with a big win against Leicester, winning 3-0. And then Burnley and Crystal Palace ended 1-0. And as well as that, Wolves and Southampton won all between them. So, my team, how did we do? We did all right last week. We did all right. 66 points overall. We were probably around about 2 millionth. Well, let's get the exact number. 1,906,498. That's what we were. There we go. That's the big number. Martinez in net, 1 point for us. Digne, Chilwell and Maguire picking up some decent points for us actually. 8 points off Digne because he did get 2 assists, although he did concede 2. Chilwell with 7 points in there because I believe he kept the clean sheet and also got a bonus point. And Maguire obviously keeping the clean sheet as well. Barkley only got the 1 point because obviously he didn't contribute much to Brighton and has actually picked up a bit of a hamstring injury. Rashford was nursing an injury going into this game, but West Brom, a very, very weak side. I thought Rashford could have capitalised, really. But yeah, it is what it is. He did only pick up 6 points, which were, of course, doubled. Well, it's 3 points doubled, getting me 6 points, which is a shame, really, because as you can see, Calvert-Lewin as our vice-captain got 13, but it is what it is. Son picking up 10 points, did score against Manchester City and obviously get 3 bonus points. Ziyech only got 3 points. Adams came off the bench because Zaha was injured for his game. I didn't realise Zaha was injured, so he did go onto the bench. Adams coming in, who did get an assist and 2 bonus points, so very nice for us overall in that department. And then Kane, yeah, he played 90 minutes, he picked up a yellow and he got an assist. And assists for strikers, despite the fact that they normally don't really get assists, are only 3 points, I believe. Is it 3 points? I think it's 3 points. Yeah, it's 3 points. Which is a shame, really, because you'd expect if a striker scored, might get 4 points, and if a striker assisted, you might get 4 points, because you're contributing. Whereas a midfielder, you're expected to get an assist, you get 3 points, but when you score a goal, you get 5 points. So maybe, I think Fantasy Premier League need to rethink this, because although strikers might score a lot of the money's going into a big striker like Kane, who when he gets an assist, doesn't really get rewarded for it. He only gets 3 points, which in reality isn't much. Yeah, just a little thing to think over. Then on the bench, McCarthy got 7 points despite despite conceding a goal. He actually got bonus points as well as 8 saves in that game, which is huge. And yeah, just played the 90 minutes, so he did very, very well. Other than that, other players on the bench just got 0 points, nothing to really report there. We'll go into the transfers. So I did transfer out Kane after the City game because they do play Chelsea next week, which is an interesting game. So I'm slowly trying to see if whether or not it's worth taking these Tottenham players out. Kane had a fantastic game, but it is a risk as to who I've brought in. It is Jamie Vardy, and Leicester have a very nice game against Fulham. Now, Fulham have been conceding for fun this season, and I have actually played my triple captain on Vardy this week. There's the insight. I've played the triple captain. I'm going to see how he sort of performs. It's going to be interesting to see if he can actually pick up any goals against Fulham, because I don't know if Leicester are going to sort of turn up, because they didn't really turn up last week against Liverpool. A few shots here and there. We'll have to see how they perform. So that's the gamble I'm taking this week. It could be the fact that I just take Vardy out next week and put in Kane, but who knows? We'll have to see. Son's still in the side after that. But again, just today, which is Friday, which is why this has been brought out late, Digne had a little rumour about his ankle, and it does indeed need surgery. So he's been taken out. I am taking the -4 points hit, purely because Digne he's not fit for wear, really. So he's going to have to leave. He's getting the surgery on his ankle. So I have brought in Konsa from Aston Villa. Aston Villa have a pretty nice run of games, to be honest. They have a few nice games coming up. I think they've got Brighton, they have West Brom. So the idea is Barkley next week to come out and then Grealish into the side, which would be very nice midfield, and I'll be really happy with my side, really happy. Kane and Vardy sort of intertwining, being displaced for each other, and then in a midfield of Grealish, Rashford, Son, Ziyech and Zaha sounds really, really nice to me. And then just obviously taking players in and out where need be. So yeah, hopefully, well, the three players from Aston Villa, Martinez, Barkley, will be Grealish, and also Konsa, hopefully they can get us some points. So I'll have a look at the side for this week. Well, in fact, the fixtures should go through first, actually. Crystal Palace playing Newcastle, which will be an interesting one. See if Mitchell can pick me up any points there. Brighton play Liverpool, which is a huge game for Liverpool. See if they can overcome Brighton away from home. City play Burnley, see if they can break down Burnley. Everton against Leeds would be a huge game. That'll be a very, very nice game. West Brom versus Sheffield United, that'll be interesting. Two teams that are struggling at the moment. See which one comes out on top in that game. Southampton play Manchester United. Obviously, Ings still out. A few injury doubts for Southampton. Manchester United losing a lot of players, but midweek played very, very well in the Champions League, so we'll have to see how they perform there. The big two games this game week, though, Chelsea versus Spurs and Arsenal versus Wolves. We'll have to see how those two games turn out. And then Leicester versus Fulham and West Ham versus Aston Villa. So the team lines up like so. In net, Martinez. In defence, I've gone for a 5 at the back this week, controversially, Justin at left back, Maguire, Concert, Mitchell and Chilwell all along the back 5. In the midfield 3 of Rashford, Ziyech and Son, and then up front, Calvert-Lewin and Vardy. I'm hoping, because Calvert-Lewin plays Leeds, where he could score quite a few goals against Leeds. Vardy plays Fulham. I'm begging he scores a lot of goals against Fulham. Rashford plays Southampton, Ziyech and Son play against each other. Chilwell's in the side purely because of my 2 injuries on the bench. And then Adams, McCarthy, Barkley and Zaha line the bench. Adams, controversially, could have been in the side, but I don't think he'll score or assist against Manchester United. I could eat my words here, but yeah, we'll have to see how we do how Adams does in that league. So the only risk I'm sort of playing out here is Chilwell as a left back against Tottenham, but I think it'll probably be either a 1-1 draw or a 0-0, and I'll take points anywhere I can get them from Ziyech, Son or Chilwell in that game. So yeah, that's our side. Well, we'll have to see how we do. I'm hoping that the side really comes together. I do get quite a few points this week, as I believe I am. What am I now in the world rankings? I've got a total of 585 points. My overall rank is 71,666, so an upgrade from last week. I am still rising through each game week, which is good to hear. But I'm hoping to get even further up in the leagues. I'm hoping to go even further. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see where we end up. But it's looking potentially pretty good for me. It's looking potentially pretty good. So if you did enjoy the video, please leave a like on it, subscribe if you're new and you're enjoying this content. Check out my Football Manager content I also do. I've got a reloading Arsenal save where we're doing very, very well with Arsenal at the moment. And yeah, I shall catch you in the next episode. From me, Alex, ciao.